Well, ladies and gentlemen, it finally happened. It had been long rumored that Xbox games were going to start heading to other consoles, and it's officially going to happen. So we're finally going to be able to play some Xbox games on the Switch. So let's go ahead and break down what's going on here. So there was an Xbox event today via a podcast, and they announced 4 Xbox games that are going to other consoles. So that means we're going to be able to play these games on the Switch. They're starting with 2 games and then 2 more are coming, so I'm sure more will come in the future. And now that Xbox and Nintendo are going to fuse together, I was curious. I asked AI, what would it look like if Xbox and the Switch were fused together? The world is not yet ready for that. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, it would truly mean the world to me. And a couple nights a week right here on YouTube I stream, so come and hang out sometime. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Microsoft. 4 Xbox exclusive games are coming to PS5 and Nintendo Switch. Microsoft is starting off with just 4 games, but there could be many more in the future. I think that's a given. This is testing the waters, kind of seeing how the reception is to it. And regardless if it's good or bad, I think this just makes sense for Xbox to get their games on other platforms. It's official, Microsoft is bringing some Xbox exclusive games to PS5 and Nintendo Switch. It's part of a broader strategy shift inside Microsoft's gaming business to grow games beyond the company's Xbox consoles. We've made the decision that we're going to take 4 games to other consoles, reveals Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer on the official Xbox podcast. Bizarrely, Microsoft is refusing to name the 4 titles, but the company says that the 2 are community-driven games and 2 other are small titles. Sources familiar with Microsoft plans tell me the first 2 titles will be Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment. I reported this yesterday. Hi-Fi Rush is a very, very popular game, one of the breakout hits from last year. It's this really cool rhythm game. And then Pentiment is like an RPG visual novel looking game. I love the art style. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it looks cool enough. This will be followed by Sea of Thieves, which I can't really seeing this game run that well on the Switch, and Grounded, which I'm not sure what that is off the top of my head. Spencer claims that there hasn't been any change to the company during Xbox exclusive, yet at the same time he also thinks there will be fewer console exclusives across the industry over the next decade. I do have a fundamental belief that over the next 5 or 10 years, exclusive games that are exclusive to one piece of hardware, are going to be smaller and smaller part of the game industry. I have to push back against that. I think that makes sense for Xbox and Microsoft, where they just kind of are taking like the subscription route and care about Game Pass. Maybe if they start getting their exclusives on other consoles, it would be easier for them to get Game Pass on other consoles. But you can't tell me that Nintendo first party games are going to other consoles. They don't even go to PC. It doesn't happen. It's part of their identity, it's a long tradition, and it's just not going to happen. To piggyback off that, I think PlayStation is in the same exact boat. Their whole identity and their powerhouse and what they're just so amazing at doing is first party games, and I never think I'll see a PlayStation game go to another console. Never say never, right? But I just don't see that happening. So it's almost laughable that you're going to see Mario on the Xbox or PS5, or you're going to see God of War on the Xbox or Switch or something like that. It's not going to happen. It's wishful thinking. I understand what he's doing too. He's saying hey, I know that this is what we're doing, but don't worry. This is what the industry is going to be like. So maybe we're the first ones doing it and then more will follow, but I just don't see that happening. But I do think it makes sense for Xbox at the same time. Spencer confirms that Starfield and Indiana Jones are not part of the first 4 games, but he doesn't rule out the possibility for these titles to arrive on the PS5 in the future. Starfield, I think you might have some people there who will play it. The reception's kind of been lukewarm, and it just doesn't seem like something PlayStation gamers really care about. But Indiana Jones, that is a very much anticipated game for me. I think it looked amazing. It's probably the most excited I've been in a decade for an Xbox game, but I would much rather play it on my PS5, so that would be cool. Neither one of those games will run on the Switch. Maybe they could run on the Switch too, but that even might be pushing it. We don't know how it's going to be yet. But the 4 titles that we do know that are coming, Hi-Fi Rush looks like a Switch game. It looks like it will play amazing on the Switch, and I think it's going to really push this game even further. This was a surprising game for me last year. It's really, really, really good. Surprisingly, one of the best games Xbox has released in a very long time, and I kind of wish they would have did more with it, pushed it more, and because it really could have been a bigger hit than it was. But this looks amazing. I'm very happy this is coming to the Switch. Pentiment, like I spoke on earlier, I don't know much about it. I think it's an RPG based off what I've read. I really like the graphics a lot. I love that art style, and I think that could really work on the Switch because I didn't even know what this game was, but I think it could find a bigger audience on the Switch. So yeah, that's really cool. Now Sea of Thieves, I'm not sure if that would run on the Switch. Like maybe it could, but I'm pretty sure this is like an online only game, and it does look beautiful on the Xbox. It's one of their best looking games, so I can definitely see this coming to the PS5 for sure, but I just don't think it would run on the Switch, but maybe the next Nintendo console. And then now I just finally looked up what Grounded was. Kind of like this weird survival game, I think. I don't really know if it's popular or not. I don't think I've ever heard of it, and if I have, it's just never really like stuck in my mind. I'm sure this could run on the Switch easy just by looking at the graphics, but I don't know if anybody really wanted this game to come to other consoles. Maybe it's super popular and I just don't know about it, but I don't think that's going to really push a needle either way for Microsoft, PlayStation, or Nintendo or at all. So it's just a game. It's like, hey, we're giving you these games, so just take this one as well. But these 4 games are coming to other consoles. 2 of them are 100% coming to the Switch. Maybe the other 2 will as well. But this is pretty weird. 2024 is a very weird year to start off in gaming, so we'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about all this? Are you happy that these games are coming to other consoles? Do you think this is good for the gaming industry? I have the PS5, but I just like playing stuff on my Switch. So Hi-Fi Rush, that'd be cool. I'll probably pick that up, and maybe I'll pick up Pentiment. I don't know if Sea of Thieves and Grounded are for me, but it is what it is, right? Down below, let me know your thoughts and opinions as always, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'd really appreciate it, guys. I'd appreciate a follow. But you guys know me. I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.